Boötis b is a planet consumed by eternal storms, a world where chaos reigns unchecked. From orbit, the view is both terrifying and mesmerizing, a swirling mass of clouds that churn endlessly in a thick, volatile atmosphere. The surface is completely hidden beneath the storm's fury, with relentless winds and bolts of lightning tearing through the sky, illuminating the violent landscape below in fleeting bursts of light. It's as if the entire planet is trapped in a never-ending cycle of destruction, with no end in sight. I couldn't land on Boötis b. The conditions are too extreme, too hostile for any craft to survive the tempest. Instead, I remained in orbit, watching from above as the storms raged across the planet's surface. The winds are so fierce that they reshape the atmosphere itself, and the lightning strikes with such frequency that the sky is rarely dark for long. The storms seem to pulse with energy, as if the planet is alive, but alive in a way that rejects anything living. It's a world where nature's raw power is fully unleashed, a place where life could never take root. From my vantage point, the storms stretch endlessly in every direction, swirling in massive, turbulent patterns. The atmosphere is thick and dense, filled with gases that make the storms even more volatile. The winds howl across the surface at unimaginable speeds, ripping through the planet with a fury that feels almost sentient. Every now and then, the lightning cracks through the clouds, illuminating the swirling mass of storms below, revealing the chaotic, destructive nature of this world. Despite the violence and destruction, there's a strange beauty to Boötis b. The storms, with their swirling clouds and violent energy, create an almost hypnotic effect as they churn endlessly. It's a reminder of the sheer power of the universe, of the forces that shape planets and stars in ways that we can barely comprehend. But as beautiful as the storms are, there's also something deeply unsettling about them. It's as though the planet itself is rejecting life, repelling any attempt to bring order or calm to its chaotic surface. I've seen many empty worlds in my travels, barren planets devoid of life or activity, but Boötis b feels different. The planet is alive in its own way, but it's a life that rejects anything that might try to thrive here. The storms are so violent, so relentless, that they create an atmosphere of pure hostility. There's no possibility of life taking hold here, not even for a moment. The planet's energy is focused entirely on destruction, on maintaining the cycle of storms that have likely raged for millennia. As I continued to orbit the planet, observing the unending chaos below, I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of awe and fear. Boötis b is a world of extremes, a place where nature's power is on full display. It's a reminder of the forces that exist beyond our control, forces that shape the very fabric of the universe. The storms below are both terrifying and captivating, a constant reminder that life, as fragile as it is, cannot survive in all corners of the cosmos. The longer I watched, the more I felt that this planet was not just a victim of chaotic weather. It felt alive. The way the storms moved, the intensity of the lightning strikes, the constant turbulence, it was as if the planet itself was in a state of eternal rage, a force of nature so wild and untamable that even time couldn't wear it down. The storms felt purposeful, almost sentient, as if Boötis b was alive in a way that defied our understanding of life. There's no life here, but in a strange way, the planet doesn't feel lifeless. It's a world ruled by nature's most violent forces, a place where life could never exist. And yet, it pulses with energy. It's a world that seems to be in constant motion, trapped in its own cycle of destruction, as if the planet itself is fighting against the universe. I've encountered many barren planets, but this one feels different, like it's alive, but only in its rejection of anything living. As I leave Boötis b behind, the storms continue to rage, their energy undiminished. The planet will remain as it has for eons, caught in a cycle of chaos, where the forces of nature rule with unrelenting power. It's a world that serves as a reminder of the raw, untamable forces that exist in the universe, forces that shape planets and stars in ways that defy comprehension. The eternal storms of Boötis b will continue to rage, their beauty and terror intertwined, long after I've gone. The journey continues, but the memory of this storm-racked world will stay with me. A planet alive with destruction, rejecting life at every turn.